I now want to welcome Jason Schilling, President of the Alberta Teachers Association. Jason's going to provide us with some closing remarks. There's a whole bio here, but I think you know who he is, so I'm just going to cede the mic and let him take over. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you, everybody. Give yourself a big cheer for being here today in the rain. We weren't defeated by snow or rain or sunshine, and I'm mortified I have to follow Cecil, who sang for you. I am not singing for you. That is my treat for you today. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming and making this an amazing day for public education in our province. I wish that every single one of you who is here today could see what we see from the stage. The color of red as it goes across this plaza here, the people in their signs, let's get those signs in the air, let's see those. We talk about days in our lives and our careers that are really meaningful and are powerful. And I'm going to tell you, as a teacher in this province, as someone who lives in this province and loves this province as much as I do, today is going to be one of those days I don't think I will ever forget. And I owe every moment of that to you who came here today. Thank you. I'm a proud Alberta teacher. And like many of you who are teachers, oh, here are my teacher colleagues. Oh, you can do better than that. Let's go. Now we're cooking with gas. When I became a teacher, I did it because I wanted to make a difference, and as cheesy as it sounds, I thought I could change the world. Now that's a pretty big task, changing the world, but it didn't stop me. As a teacher, I focused on my classroom, my students, and my school. That's where I knew I could make a big difference. And I knew that I wasn't alone. I had the support of parents. Where are my parents in the crowd? Parents and caregivers, thank you for being here. And I knew I had the support of my colleagues. And I knew that there were thousands of teachers across this province, just like me, working to make a difference. So today we gather here where political leaders will take their seats inside this building and make decisions about the future, our future, and the future of our students. And a future which I still believe we can make a big difference. And I want to know if you're with me on that. Teaching is an opportunity to shape the future and make a positive impact in the lives of our students and their families. It's about the relationships we make and the connections we form with our students, parents, colleagues, and our communities. And here today, we have a great opportunity. This is the beginning of a journey that will allow us to move forward with a vision for public education in this province. So what do we want to see for education? We want to see smaller class sizes so our students have the best opportunity to learn from their teachers. We want a modern, diverse, forward-thinking curriculum. A curriculum that authentically addresses the TRC calls to action, that includes and honors First Nations, Métis, and Inuit histories, cultures, and perspectives. We want a curriculum that includes the stories and accomplishments of Francophones. We want a curriculum that is inclusive of all students and their realities, and one that is truly which all students can see themselves and their families. We want a comprehensive school plan that addresses the complex needs of our students, especially after these last few difficult years. And we want funding that fully and completely supports the needs of our students. Especially our students with special needs. We must ensure the most, yes, let's give it up for that. We stand here today because we need to ensure that our most vulnerable students and their families have the support that they need, which includes not having to wait for months to get much needed testing. When teachers, school leaders, and education staff say we need support, we need the government to listen. And we need the government and the rest of Albertans to believe them. We want a public education that is seen as an investment in our future and not an expenditure. Because as you all know, when we are here today and we've heard it on this stage, and I want to give a big shout out to everybody who gave their time today to speak to us at this rally. Everybody in our province benefits from a strong public education system. To my colleagues who are in the crowd, where are you again? I want to tell you here today that I see you, that I hear you, and that I value the work that you do, because the work that you do day in and day out in your classrooms across this province, it matters. And it matters deeply. Thank you. To the parents who are here today, where are you again? Hey, you people over here, let's get some noise going. I see you. There we go. All right. Parents, you send us the most precious part of your lives, and we thank you for that. You being here today to show support and to standing for public education means the world. And to our public education advocates who are here with us today, let's hear you. We have representatives from unions and other social groups across this province and people who care about public education. Thank you for being here today. Public education, everybody who's here today, it needs your voice and it needs your support. I always say that you fight for what you believe in, and I believe in public education. And together, we will advocate and fight for public education because it's worth standing up for. But I wouldn't be a teacher if I didn't have homework. So, we're here today, but what about tomorrow? We move forward. That's what we do. We make public education a top priority for all political parties. We take our shared vision for education and we make it a reality. We engage with public parties. We ask candidates, what do you think about class size? What do you think about complex needs and social and the needs of our students? What do you think about the curriculum? And if they don't know, sit them down and have a conversation. We're here today shoulder to shoulder because we believe in public education. We're here because I bet, like me, every single one of you also believes that you can change the world and make a difference. And guess what? We can. You can. And we're going to do it starting today together. Thank you. You ready? No, wait, are you ready? One more time, are you ready? Yeah. So as we've heard today, a strong public education is not something we take for granted. The Alberta Teachers Association has existed for more than 100 years to support teachers and to advocate for public education that benefits all Alberta students now and will keep doing it into the future. In fact, 25 years ago in 1997, the ATA held its first and only public rally to challenge the political directions that day under Premier Ralph Klein. So we're grateful that you joined us here today to stand together and raise your voices in supporting a strong, modern public education system in our province. This rally today is a kickoff to a longer advocacy campaign that leads into next year's political election. So there's more homework from earlier. It's coming right now. Over the next few months, the ATA, the Alberta School Councils Association, and ATA locals from around this province will be hosting community roundtable conversations where supporters for public education are being invited to capture your bold ideas about the vision for the future of public education in Alberta. And consider this your personal invite to get to one of those roundtables. We hope to see you there. So in fact, your involvement doesn't stop today. In fact, we want this momentum, this energy, this brilliance that we see here today to come together for the next month after month after month as we build momentum to the next election as it comes. So that's what we're here for you today. So we, Brandy, Carla, we're going to ask you some questions. They're not that hard. It's okay. So at the end of each question, we're going to ask you, we need you to shout out, and I want to hear you say, as loud as you can, stand for public education. Let's try it. How's everybody doing today? That was pretty good. Do you think you can do it better? Question mark? Stand for public education. Brandy Ryan.
So, all of us parents out here, I am calling on us to attend our next school council meeting and encourage your school council in the lead up to the next election to support public education. So what do all parents need to do? Stand for public education.
Teachers, where are you again? We need to make our voices heard, colleagues. We need to speak up and stand for the future of public education. We have thousands and thousands of people here today, and we call on you to commit to tell three other people why it's important to stand for public education. Plan to be part of our future roundtable discussions and identify what that bold vision that you have for public education is. Please encourage people to stay up to date and by signing up for standforeducation.ca at the website. What do we want all teachers to do?
Citizens, in other words, all of you, public education has potential to be the great equalizer in society. It can level the playing field to ensure that all children, no matter what their circumstances, can thrive and create the future they want. But it can only do this if we stand for education and tell whichever government is in power that it must properly fund it and it must protect it. We also need you to protect public education by making it a priority in the next provincial election. We need you to get involved in the democratic process by asking, as Jason said, ask every candidate that knocks on your door, what specifically are they going to do to support public education? So, this is the audience participation time again. What is it we need to do? Stand for public education. Let's say it louder so that those folks meeting over in the west in the River Cree Casino can hear us at their meeting. What do we need to do? Stand for public education. And now we've got to reach those folks who are meeting way down in Calgary at their convention. What do they need to do? Stand for public education. One more time, we need every Albertan to stand for public education. This is just the beginning, folks. We've got a lot of work to do in the months ahead, and we need you. I am so proud to count myself as a member of the teaching profession in Alberta. It's time now to say our farewells and make your way back to your bus. Thank you, un gros merci à tous. Thank you for coming. Have a great trip home. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Malafrique for some more amazing music.